What's up, everybody? It's Forgotten Circus. So, looks like we got some rumored Star Wars news. Seems like getting pushing a little bit more for these Star Wars TV shows after Skeleton Crew. Ain't that something? The Mandalorian opened the door. Skeleton Crew basically laid the floor in the apartment. Now we got to get some furniture in here. So, we got Star Wars. Huh? And guess what? It's rumored to be happening. It's in development. I mean, they always say a lot of stuff's in development with Disney, Lucasfilm, and Star Wars. But I'm giving them a little break on this one because it's kind of my favorite era. We're not doing no Whack-A-Lite or anything like that. No, we're doing the Old Republic as a TV series. And I bet you, I just, please, there's one person that I want to see.
Say it.
And if you know me, you watch my channel with Star Wars. Can we see Revan in live action?
Maybe we can just wave him over.
So who knows? Because Revan's in the Old Republic. You got Darth Vitiate. Isn't it Darth Malgus, the one with the jaw ripped off? Bane's out there. There's a lot. This is the time when you can see a lot of Jedi and a lot of Sith. And then you can kind of explain it. So I understand why they're not going to like a movie with it.
Get it. I get it. I understand.
They kind of want to test the waters, and then they probably could do offshoots of some of the characters. Because this is a prequel. It's like 1,000 years before Phantom Menace and all that. So you're going to see, you'll see a different side. I think there was the High Republic, the Old Republic, the High Republic, whatever they wanted to call it, the friggin'
It's trash.
Animation thing, books or whatever, storyboards. That's not my MO with Star Wars. But there's a lot of things you could bring in. The twins. I'm telling you, I forget what that cinematic is, but it's amazing. Valkorian, and you can see different force powers in the Old Republic. Ones that got banned that the Jedi can't use anymore in the era that we know.
No, you don't ban me. I'll ban you.
Because Old Republic was rough. I mean, it was one of those fight or flights. You know what I mean? Like, so this is interesting. It really seems like now they're going to start greenlighting a lot of this stuff. But then again, like I said, it's Disney, Star Wars, Lucasfilm. They'll just announce it, and it gets me excited that the Old Republic, they're actually considering this. So I don't know if they're going to take it from the video game and stick by that story, or they're going to stick by the lore and like the books about the Old Republic. Because from what I know, the Old Republic was amazing. You have some of the best dueling Jedis and Sith that you ever see in your life. This could be a very good Star Wars TV series. But if you're going to bring a lot of people in it, I don't know if you might want to do one where everybody gets their own season.
Just a thought.
Kind of like a True Detective. I don't know. Maybe that's not a good idea, but different Sith or different Jedi gets their own season together. Or you could just mix and match them in the whole. There's a lot of. It's so vast with the Old Republic. You can do a lot with it. And I hope that they handle this with care, because there is something about Skeleton Crew.
How about that?
That is really working. And I know this kind of dark period of time in Star Wars, but if you can get that lightning in a bottle like Skeleton Crew has in like season 1 or 2 of Mandalorian, the sky's the limit with the Old Republic, to be honest with you. There's so much lore. But I'm glad that this is being considered. I know it's a rumor, but sometimes, rumors turn into truths.
Started a rumor.
What rumor?
But it seems like they're kind of opening their eyes, Disney. They're opening their eyes a little bit, and they're seeing actually what finally works and makes sense with Star Wars. You tried to make it too complicated, and you didn't have to. And if you stick by a lot of lore, and look at some of the fan stuff, look at some of the fans' written lore and the fan films of the Old Republic, take from that. I mean, we'd appreciate it if you actually made Star Wars be Star Wars again. You got a little glimmer of hope with Mandalorian. Then you got a shot of adrenaline.
Boys, we are back in business
with Skeleton Crew. I don't know, the Mandalorian season 1 and 2. It was like they jump started a person's heart with a car battery, because that just came out of nowhere. So take things from like the older, the trilogies, the prequels, take stuff like that, and then take stuff from like the good things like Rogue One, if you're going to do the Old Republic, but add that pizzazz and the awe and the fun to watch Star Wars of like the Mandalorian and Skeleton Crew. You can find a way to make those things match. I mean, you have. We had a dark episode in Skeleton Crew. That was a pretty dark episode. There was actually 2 dark episodes in that. But it was just the joy of Star Wars. The expanse, and it's the Old Republic, so you can see things like maybe back in the old Republic, you know, the I don't know, maybe like at Atom and stuff like that when it was first started. I don't know. There's a bunch of things, but I really think that you need to lean in on the story. At least if you want to change it ever, I don't know if that's a good idea, but I think it might work. Every season has a different story to the Old Republic.
It's just a thought.
So then people will get refreshed. It just seems right to me. Do a true detective style. Do something new with Star Wars, right? Because you're doing stuff new with Mandalorian and Skeleton Crew. This is another thing. You're going back in time. I mean, the Acolyte. I don't want that Acolyte mess. I don't want it. It was too woke. This is a time when you see powerful female Jedi or female Sith. Isn't Darth Nihilus in there too? You see like bounty hunters, different bounty hunters. These are going to be people that you don't know, but if you look into the lore, you're like, oh, wow. Then you got people going back, and then you can do your little books and stuff.
That sounds like a fantastic idea.
It's a great idea. And I think it's a smart idea for Disney to take this on. I think this should be green-lighted pretty fast. Not rushed, but green-lighted pretty fast, where you're starting to get the sets, starting to get locations, stuff like that. You want to do multiple seasons. And every season, like I said, you'll do different characters, you know. And but Revan has to be in every single season somewhere, because Revan's Revan. He went Jedi. He went Sith. Mind your race, Jedi. Sith, Jedi. It's like he's so back and forth, but it's one of my favorite characters. But just make it work. This is too easy to make this work.
We can make this work. This can work.
And listen, like I said, listen to the fans. Research. Maybe send out some message. What would you like to see in the Old Republic? Start communicating with the fans, because you know what? The fans are the ones that put money in your bank account. Because you couldn't make these things if you didn't have any fans, right? So just listen a little. And I'm pretty sure, and put money into it. Put a lot of money into it. And you really don't, because these like, I don't know. Right now they're figuring out ways to do amazing things with movies and TV shows for less. You don't always have to slap, but put the money where it needs to go in it. And you can do the different crews and stuff like that for different directors. But I'm one of those with these. You have to have a director throughout the whole season. Each director has a whole season. And then they can mix and match the episodes a little bit, but the main direction has to be by that director for that season. You get this season, you get that season, you get that season, but we all still work together. It's one of those things. But I don't know. I'm really excited about it. So that's all I got, because it's rumors. So it could be fake news. But anyway, tell me what you think. Like, comment, and subscribe. And I want everyone to subscribe. And I do mean everyone.